I'd like to do a perspective today and why women particularly have a difficult time dealing with the overall aspects of weight control. Let's start with a woman who is pregnant. She's happy. Forget about all the symptoms that may occur. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, the fetus is growing inside her. She's thinking about it. And now, somewhere sixth, seventh month, the fetus is being felt, and the mother is beginning to recognize that not only is it growing within her, but the time soon for the child to emerge is going to be there. And there's some ambivalence. One, the issue of the pregnancy itself, but now, as the infant grows and becomes larger and heavier, the mother is totally and completely nurturing that growing fetus. And that growing fetus is becoming heavier and causing discomfort. Seventh month, eighth month, let's get it over and done with already. The mother goes to the hospital, and between one moment and the next, several things happen. Out comes the infant, it's washed, it's wrapped, the woman has relief, they put the baby in her arms. Women tell me there is nothing like that experience, coming to face with that infant that has emerged. She's exhausted. They take the infant away. 5, 6, 7 hours later, the infant is returned. The smile is back again. And the infant begins to fuss. Uh-oh. Now, let's assume everything is instinctual. The mother nurtures that child. The fussing stops. The infant falls asleep. Let's break it down. Infant uncomfortable, mother comforts. Uncomfortable, comfortable, uncomfortable, comfortable, uncomfortable, comfortable. Built into a woman's DNA is the recognition that food and comfort and the comfort bringing escape are inextricably bound together. There's nothing we can do about that. Men don't have that same overall instinctual ability, but men, they were once infants. And remember, when they emerged from the womb, they went from 100% being cared for to 0%. And when they were brought back to that mother and began to fuss, the nipple in the mouth brought comfort. And so Food and comfort for all of us are issues that we need to address. Now, we can live for weeks without food. We can only live for days without water. So therefore, taking in is something that we all need, and we recognize instinctually and then intellectually that if we are not fed, then life is going to be over. Food is incredibly powerful. We can't do without it. This leads us to where I want to get you to focus. Life is very stressful. All kinds of things are happening all the time. And depending upon our capacity to deal with those kinds of things, stress makes us uncomfortable, and there's that instinct to use food to escape by being made comfortable with food. Today, I had 3 women in my office. All 3 of them did not have a good week. One of them because of holidays, one of them because of family obligations, and one of them who had 2 children who were graduating and parties and the pressure and the temptation to deal with that. And all 3 said, Dr. Schwartz, I was bad this week. That's what got me. The statement, which was judgmental about the self, that they were bad. They weren't bad. They may have made a bad decision, but they had every right to make that decision. So the issue here is, once again, food, comfort, and emotionality have brought everything together. How you deal with it becomes the issue. You can, at any time that you like, as long as you're prepared, put food in your mouth. Those of you who are very overweight have done it very often and many times without thinking. You just do it. Others who are so aware of their sense of self, and most of them that I've come across are narcissists, so that the issue of food becomes, for the most part, secondary to making themselves the center of their own thoughts. So let's leave the narcissists away. What we have now is food and pressure. If you have a plan, you can deal with it. AccuWeight Loss is helping you take the weight off. The program works. There is no question about it. You would not be watching if the program didn't work. What we need to do is to accept the fact that unless we deal differently with that need to put something in our mouths for comfort, that weight will always be a problem. Therefore, let's do the magic protocol and talk to me by email or by phone if you find yourself resisting, not doing the magic protocol, having difficulty doing it all the time. Because once we understand what the resistance is, we can change everything. Thank you for listening.